Welcome back. The city of Prichard wants to make the dream of owning a home become a reality. Today we're going to learn more about their affordable homes program and open house coming up. Freewin is joining us in our Gulf Coast Spotlight. Freewin, good to see you as always.
Good to be here. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you.
Thanks so much for coming back. So this is a very important program.
I think it's a very important program, yes.
We want to tell folks all about it, and it's starting with an informational session, an open house, so people can learn more. Let's talk about that first.
Okay, so we'll have an open house on this Saturday, starting at 12 o'clock, 12 to 2. Also with that, like you said, there's a counseling session as well. So we'll have folks on site, we'll have bankers on site, we'll have our housing counselors on site. We're trying to make sure that everyone that wants to be a homeowner can get that opportunity to be a homeowner. So we'll have bankers that can talk to you about where you are credit-wise and what you need to do. Home counseling, like myself, will also be able to help you to see exactly what path, and it's not that hard. Anyone can be a homeowner. Right after that, we'll take them over to show some of the houses that we've built to help make an affordable home program. That's what it's about.
That's great. And you see the information on the screen here. This is taking place at the Family Life Center, the Bill Clark Family Life Center, from noon until 2. I think the word that you used there was path. And I think that's so important for people to understand, is that it's not just always like, I want to buy a house, now I'm buying a house.
Right.
There are steps and things you need to have in place first.
Exactly. You need to, first of all, with the banks has a requirement. One is an employment requirement. You have to be employed for at least 2 years. You have to have a credit score that is within a certain range, and that's determined by the federal government. They've come up with a schedule that says folks within this range are most likely to remain homeowners. And that's what we try to do. We do pre-counseling, we do post-counseling. So the next thing is we want you to stay in the home. Like you say, it is a path, and for some people it's a journey, it's a life journey, and you're going to have to make a few changes in your life to make that first happen, and then to keep it. So that's what we do at the Housing Authority. My supervisor, Mrs. Zelika Boykin, she's going to kill me for messing up her name. Zelika Boykin is the Chief Executive Officer. She was also started with the agency as a housing counselor, like myself. So we together and one other housing counselor work together to make sure that folks are eligible to be homeowners, and then, like I say, stay in the program. We have several different programs that we can help them to achieve that goal. We talked about that earlier, our Hcv program, which used to be called Section 8. Right now, if you have a Section 8 voucher, you are able to use that voucher just like you would as a renter, but now instead of paying someone else's rent, paying someone else's mortgage, you're paying your own. So you pay your portion, the Housing Authority pays its portion, but that goes to your benefit so that you become a homeowner. That's a 15 to 20, 30-year program based on your particular situation.
And that is a massive, massive opportunity for so many people, because the difference long term between renting and owning your home in terms of building wealth and having the financial means to do so is just monstrous. So that's something you definitely want to learn more about. You can do so at the open house. And then one of the other things you were telling me about is something $25,000. Tell me about this program.
Did I tell you that? Okay, $25,000. Yes. Again, our goal is to make it affordable. We want you to be able to afford that house, not lose it. So we have a program that will give you a down payment assistance up to $25,000. So the first thing is you have to come in. Let's say our house is selling at $100,000. We're going to ask you for a 1% down payment. So you have to have at least some money in the house, your own cash. So we ask you for $1,000. That $1,000 is your down payment. But then let's say the way you're set up with the bank, you're not quite able to afford a $100,000 house. Well, we understand that, because that means your income to your debt ratio, which is your monthly payment, is too high. We know that. So to help you make sure that you stay in the house, we can give you up to $25,000. So in this case, that'll be a $75,000 loan to the bank. The house is still worth $100,000. We've given you $25,000, and the really great thing about that is called a silent second. You don't have to pay that back. You pay it back in time. So you stay there for 10 years, that becomes forgiven, and that also becomes, like you said early, wealth That's $25,000 that goes into your pocket just by your living in the house for those 10 years.
So that goes towards the down payment, which makes the monthly payments lower?
It makes the monthly payment lower, exactly.
What a huge benefit.
It is. It's a fantastic one I'm excited about.
All right. Well, if you are wanting to be a homeowner and you think, you know what, this is never going to happen for us, our credit score is too low, we don't have the financial means, you've just heard there are several ways that you can get on that path to home ownership. Come on out to the open house this weekend and go check it out and learn about all these great opportunities for you. And anything else we need to mention before we go?
Just again, they can call me at 251-283-0111, extension 125 if they have any other questions, or they can reach me at FOSTEEN@PrichardHousing.com.
All right, and we're going to try to have all that contact information on our website here shortly after the program, so you can go check that out as well. Just look under our Gulf Coast Spotlight tab, and this should be up later today for you to get all the information on this. Great job, Freeman. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
All right, Mike.